Hi, I'm Bret Ceren with the North Valley agents at Platinum Living Realty, and today on The American Dream, I'm going to introduce you to my friend George Shankool and his restaurant, Saba's Mediterranean. We're going to see about his special dishes and what makes them so unique, and also why this restaurant is such a pillar in this community. Come inside and let's talk to George right now. George, thank you so much for hosting us here today. When we had the opportunity to showcase a restaurant on The American Dream, I said immediately, I know where we've got to go. We've got to go to Saba's.
Oh man, I appreciate it. And you know what? I'm excited to be a representative of the American Dream. That's for sure. That's my life.
So tell me a little bit about the restaurant and how it came to be. Like why, I mean, you're here every day. You're the executive chef and owner. Talk to us about what makes Saba's and a little bit about your history.
Well, my family history, our cultural history, we're Chaldeans, so we're Christians from northern Iraq. I was in the restaurant industry since, man, I was probably 12 years old since I've been in the industry.
Right.
And my parents were not. Okay. So they had a lot of experience cooking this style of food at home, but not in the industry. So when we moved out here, I was like, no restaurant, don't do a restaurant, too much work. Right. And they were like, we're doing a restaurant. I was like, okay. So I decided, you know, I'll get in with you guys, and we hit the ground running, and we pour our heart and soul into it. And honestly, the beauty of what we do is we get to interact with people every single day, and we get to make people happy on the most basic level.
Right. So we've got a variety of food. Now Saba's is Mediterranean food.
Right.
So we got a little bit of Greek, we got a little bit of food from Iraq. You know, talk to me about what you guys really specialize in.
So we try to encompass the entire region because the people over there were nomadic people.
Right.
So they travel around, and their foods changed with every region they went to because certain spices were available and other things.
So if somebody has something that they're really familiar with from the region, they'll probably find it here, but maybe with your own little twist.
Yeah, you know, you might find it with a little twist. You might find it where it's really traditional. I like, you know, certain things I'm like, okay, I can't even mess with this.
Okay.
Other things I'm like, we're gonna throw out the rules and we're gonna just do something fun. Like with our falafel, super traditional. You go to Israel and you're gonna taste just like that.
Okay.
I took a trip a couple years ago. Went to Israel and Greece with my parents.
Okay.
And for me, that was amazing. Number one, I get to see the Holy Land, which is, of course, a dream.
Sure.
And then on top of that, I got to go see all these different little shops and places and see where the spices come from, because I get everything imported.
Sure.
So I'm in, you know, I have pictures, I'm in the spice shop, and I'm smelling this and looking at that and tasting everything I could. I ate, oh man, I don't know how much weight I gained. I think I gained more weight on that trip than I did during COVID. Right. So but it was awesome. And I brought so much of that back with me. This I created when I was out there, and it's several different dishes put into one.
Right.
This is George's za'atar.
Okay.
And what it is hummus. Okay. It has like an Israeli salad with some feta cheese and Kalamata olives. Okay. So there's both Israel and Greece.
Sure.
And then za'atar, which is a seasoning, and it's olive oil and toasted pita bread. So we floured out the pita bread with the spices, and then you eat them together, and the flavor profile is fantastic. Huh. Oh, it's amazing.
So people can get the familiar flavors if they are looking for that,
right?
But then they can also get something special too.
Absolutely.
So with the community, you really felt an outpouring of love and support, but it's gone both ways. I mean, you've really supported the community as well too.
Yeah.
So even when we couldn't eat in the restaurant, you guys were still doing takeout, you know, working on, you know, with services with delivery. I mean, it seemed extremely busy even during that period of time.
You know, we got hit pretty hard, and it was tough, but it was worth fighting.
Right.
We needed to fight through this because for us, we were the only bit of normalcy that anyone had.
Right.
So, you know, I would watch people come in, and they were just like, thank God you're here, because this is the only thing I have left. Even when we were down and out during the beginning of COVID, I would have people come in and telling me about their day. I lost my job. I'm having a bad day. And I'm giving them free food when they're coming to support me because they don't want me to go out of business. Right. And we're arguing because they're like, I came to support you. And I was like, listen, I'm not going to stop being the person I am because the world is upside down.
Sure.
And that's just who we are.
Right. The final thing I want to ask is, say this is somebody's first exposure to you. What would you want them to know when they think about Saba's?
Just our love for the food, our love for the people, and that everybody is welcome here. That's who we are. It doesn't matter your socioeconomic status, it doesn't matter your religion, it doesn't matter your color, it doesn't matter anything.
Right.
Here, we're all the same, and we all eat like kings or queens.
Well, This has been tremendous. Thank you so much for your time and for sharing all this with us. I can't wait for everybody to see it. So thank you so much.
Oh, well, thanks for doing this.
Absolutely.